dollars for my car, for my bike, for everything. Just a few more dollars. Alright, here we have it. Corsa B. It's a '98 model. It's still. It started this morning. The car started this morning and reversed it up there. Then it sneezed. It sneezed and conked out. Wouldn't start again. So it's got an intermittent problem. And so I already last week or the week before I bought a fuel pump relay, contactor relay. I just changed that, it wouldn't start, so now I also bought a fuel pump, and so Corsa B fuel pump is under the back seat here. So I've got to get that out. It's got some special fuel line clips, and I've got to pry those off. Even if I replace it with hose clamps, that's okay. But I've got the new pump. I'm going to try it and I'm going to see what happens. Yeah, it's a bit of a job, but someone's got to do it. Alright, just an update. Corsa B fuel pump. Now I don't know if the fuel pump works or not, so I got it out here. All this is submerged in the fuel tank. The pump, and that's the pump there. It's stuck in. I don't know how to get it out yet, and that's a pre-filter. It's actually a sieve, probably a Corsa one. Yeah, there's a bit of dirt in there, but the car looks immaculate under there. It's got 80,000 miles. So the next thing is to try and get this sieve off and get the new pump in. And of course, they don't send you the exact parts, so you have to shoehorn it in. You know what I mean? You know, here's the new pump. There's the new pump. Doesn't look exactly like it because this has got a plug on the end. This is probably from slightly later, and you just have to make sure the wires join up properly and the hoses, and then there you have it. Give you an update soon. Alright, so it's never straightforward. So we buy this pump online, and there's the sieve and the filter. Well, that cannot match this, and see that? A lot of play, a lot of that. And where the original one, if you put that in there, nice firm fit. So what I found with pulling it apart is that this wire was loose. See there, it's really loose, see? And we did have intermittent. One time it'll work, one time it wouldn't, one time it'll work, and it couldn't. So because I got the wrong pump, well, if that's their replacement, I can't get it to work. We will put this old one back together and see how it goes. So this is the fourth part we've tried to find the problem. One was the ICV. You know, we changed the air filter, oil. We did all the fuel lines, a fuel filter. We did, and now the relay, and now the pump. Well, I can't fit the pump, so I'm going to make sure everything's right. I'm going to put it back together, and I'll report back to you. Yeah, there's a lot of small things I haven't told you how to get the things apart, and that it's a little bit intricate. There's a retaining clip, and that holds the whole thing in, and that actually seals it up tight. These hose clamps, these are really nice. They're stainless steel, of course, because they're in the fuel tank. I don't know if you can see that, but anyway, these things, I found the best. I get them out with this nice little screwdriver, and I push them out to the side, and then it releases. But to get them on again, side cutters. Side cutters is not cutting it, but it just gets it out of the way and clips it in nicely. I've already done one, 3 to go. Get it back together, and I think the trouble was a loose wire inside the fuel tank. Who would have thought? Alright, so here we go. Of course, to pull the fuel pump out of the fuel tank, these days you have the fuel pumps in the tanks. So it was full of fuel, so I drained a bit out, but you disconnect the battery, all safety. Geez, it could blow up in your face. That'd be a mess if that happened, so safety first. Connecting the battery up now, and we're going to see if it fires. Right, this is the test of time. Right, I haven't tried it. Here's the first try. I just let the fuel pump kick a bit. Perfect, huh? So it could have been a loose wire inside the fuel tank. That's what I'm thinking. We'll try it again. Oh. Look at that. Beautiful. I think it's done it. Oh, great food. Great English breakfast here. Black pudding, bacon, baked beans, pork sausages, Yorkshire pudding. I've had my bread fried in lard with butter on it. It's wonderful. They probably need extras on there, but it's going to fill me right up. And last Friday, which is yesterday, was National Breakfast Day. Okay, just arrived in the mail today. Today is early December. I ordered about probably 3 months ago. It's a box and from Heritage Parts Centre, and it's got So, it's called, underfelt by metre, under carpet soundproofing kit, headlining perforated off-white. Yeah, of course it costs money, but the seats are coming in there. So this one here was probably roughly £200 worth, and the seats another £220. But the message here, it says parts not currently in stock will follow shortly, and that's the seats. So at least they give you an update of where the others. So I've never contacted them saying where they were, because I know they're coming early for when I want to do it, so February. So in here, I would say, the classic, that's the headliner. It says perforated, so it's perforated white. So it's actually material with little punched holes in there, so it can breathe. So that's the first, that's the headliner. That's the carpet underfelt from Force Classic Parts, and that's English made carpet underfelt. And then here is the last bit. This is headliner underfelt by the metre. So I don't know, I just ordered what I need for the headliner. And this is the one you glue on the shell on the inside of the Beetle roof. So this goes under the headliner. So it stops it sweating, and then it's nice and firm. So if you bump your head on the roof, you're not going to go ding, it's going to go dung. Ding and dung. Here's that one. Yeah, so stoked. Great to have good quality parts. The car's got to come together. I'm finalising the chassis, probably another month. Have to put the gearbox together and bolt it all up, and bolt the wheels on, and then I can look at the body again. Thanks. Okay, here we have a delivery from TMI, which is an American company that make interiors for all sorts, Chevrolet, Volkswagen, everything like that, and they pretty much copy the OEM. So I'm going to cut it open, right? Now, my car was built in July 1972, but the lady at Heritage, who I bought it off through the email, she says my car's a 73. So on the edge of this box here, it says bug 1973. Saddle basket weave vinyl. Here. Saddle basket weave vinyl. There. So now I open it up and there it is there. That's what it looks like. It's called a saddle colour. That's where the saddle comes from. Look at this. Beautiful colour. I really like the light colour. Oh, this is great. This is it. That looks like the back seat. There. Look at that. Mint. They really know what they're doing, this American company. They sell worldwide. The whole of Europe, the whole of England, the whole of Aussie, they all get these. Right, so here we have the combination. Now the door cards, so I've got the rear quarter door cards and the doors. They are made in California and they are made by TMI products. So this one is called light brown. I bought them from a German company, Käferland in Frankfurt, and I also bought, what else did I buy from them? The carpet set. Now, see, this carpet set is made in Germany, and that's like a gunmetal grey, right? Quality German carpet. So it's original material. So I'm quite happy about that. The other one I bought from this seat covers and the headliner and the felt underlay and the carpet underlay I bought from an English company called Heritage Centre, and they have a lot of products and they were on back order for 3 or 4 months. But anyway, we've got them, and this colour here for the seats, so they're from 1966 onwards and with no headrest. These seats have no headrest. So it's a 1972, and these are called saddle. Basket weave saddle colour. So, and also these are the back seats. The other one's in there, but this is the back seat. There, and there's the backrest. Oh, this is the seat, that's the backrest. See there? Beautiful, beautiful material. I'm really happy. I really am. So it costs about Australian, I think it's about $800 to get the whole lot. Headliner, underfelt for the headliner, underfelt for the carpet, carpet set from Germany, door cards from Germany, they're made in America, and these saddle ones, they're made in America, but I bought them in England. It's about $800. Bargain basement. Alright, here we have a relay. Turn signal relay made in Tunisia for the Opel Corsa B. Corsa B meaning Vauxhall. And this one was built in the 20th week, 1998. And it's a GM part, but made in Tunisia. The earlier ones were made in Germany. It looks like good quality copper, and it's got all the parts, capacitor, diode, everything like that, coil winding, because it's going to take the bigger electric current. It goes from low current to high current, and then contacts, so it's called a relay. Now, the turn signals on the Corsa B are not working. Right, left, none of them are working. So I've pulled this out, and it's a 3-pronger, and I think they're available for £6. Now, since we're almost 3 days to Christmas, everything's shutting down, you can't get it. You can order it on eBay, but if we want to use the car, we have no indicators. So my missus gave me a suggestion that why don't you pull it apart? I thought, what? And you can. It just unclips here. It's got 2 clips. 2 clips, 1 clip there and 1 clip there. You get your screwdriver in and you pop him off. And it's got good quality copper from Tunisia. Africa, mate. And so what I'm doing now is I got 400 wet and rub, and I cut it down with a piece of scissors, and they're like points, an old style points. A relay is just a contactor, it just contacts from one to the other, and it's actually in there, and that's on a spring. So there's a spring, and it goes dit 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 dit, contacts. Now I'm guessing that this has a burnt contact. If it works after this, I'm correct. Once again.
Yeah, and I know where it is.
Right, I'm in Newcastle for the day, Newcastle, and it's Christmas time.
I don't know him. I'm out.
Well, it's Christmas time!
There he is.
Very.
What is he doing in the garden? Ho, ho, ho!
I know that one.
I'll run to you, yep. Oh, tainted love. Big Merry Christmas to the Ritchie family in Bannockburn from Samuel.
Merry Christmas.
Samuel's friend Joel,
Merry Christmas.
Catherine,
Merry Christmas.
and myself. Turn the camera in, go. Yep.
That's a quick little poker.
Okay, good one.
Looking sharp. Christmas oil change.
Oh, it's Christmas time. It's the 25th of December and we're very holy people. And what we need to do is thank Father Christmas. What? Okay, we're doing an oil change on this 2010 plate. It's not a Vauxhall, it's a Skoda Octavia. It's Junior's car and it's due. It hasn't had one for what, a year and a half?
Well, never.
It's never had a service. Right. Alright, so here we are, Skoda Octavia 2010 plate, and this is Junior's car. Junior is Sammy's brother.
My brother.
And,
Second son.
and he's my son. Hey, how did you know? Alright, so we're going to drop
not
the
here.
oil. He's not here, he's in Aussie at the moment. So, in here, if you have a look, that's the oil filter. So what you do is you pull this off, and then I've already cracked that off with, what's that size, Sammy?
20 something. Big dog.
So it's a big one, about 27, and you get the oil filter. Sammy bought an oil filter, and so it's just a basic oil change. Well, what you had to do is pull off the belly pan. There is no hole. See, it's about here. There's no provision
Usually cars do have that.
to drain the oil. All right, so all you Octavia Skoda owners, right, that's what you have to do. This just clips in, that clips in, and then the screws all around there. And of course, they're all a bit sus. And see, this one's wrenched out, it won't do. This one's wrenched out. The one at the back is broken. That one was missing, and this one was loose. So, up this end, these three, I'm sorry. Yeah, so that's the status. But what you can do, people, what you can really do is you can cable tie it back on. The last thing I want to see is anyone driving down the road with their belly pan dragging along the ground, along the road. You get pulled up by the Rozzers. Rozzers in Aussie is a police. Over here, the cops. Okay? Cheers. So, ho ho ho, it's still Christmas time. It's Christmas Day still. So we just serviced the car. We dropped the oil. Probably had about, what do you think, fellow peers?
3.5 litres.
Yeah, it probably had 3 litres in it. And on the side of there, he's watching this. It's great to have morale, you know. And so we dropped the oil. Sammy put a new filter on the top, and it took 3 oil O-rings. And what you do is you smear the O-rings in nice new oil, and he dropped it in. I couldn't get it in there for a minute, and he buttoned it up. Beautiful, 25 Newton meters. Yeah, 25 Newton meters. Right, and so while we're here, we did a check on the coolant, a little bit low, topped it up, and the washer bottle. You need fluid for the English weather, you know, screen wash, you know, that sort of thing. Even though we put water in it. And now we're just going to drop it down and check the oil, and it's all ready to go. We buttoned up the belly pan. The belly pan's held on by three 10mm, which is M6 screws at the back, and they're in an aluminium spar, so all corroded, all snapped off. So we cable tied it up, but Skoda, them being professionals, did not have a hole to drain the oil, so you have to take the belly pan off. Skoda. Simply clever.
Done, Skoda.
Simply clever. Alright, that's the cat for today. Okay, so here we have, we just did a changeover. The boys are from Dover. This is Joel, Sammy's mate. Sammy's my eldest son. And they brought up a big fridge that we left in Dover when we lived there for a year and a half. And we're just changing it over. So this has been switched off for 2 or 3 hours, and of course when they travel back down to Dover, which is 6 hours, 6-7 hours, whatever the journey is, they'll leave the fridge standing for probably overnight. They'll stand it up overnight, because these fridges, if you have them laid down, the refrigerant goes flat, and you stand them up straight away, you blow them up. So here we have it. These are the expert delivery guys. Have a look at them go, and hope they have a good trip. Food and a bit of tube, huh? Hey, you got me Christmas gear on? Not. Your glasses? Oh, nice and clear, look at that. Oh yeah, a few parts of sale. Man, that's the car I'd buy to take it back to Aussie. That is the one here, I'll show you, hang on. Oh, it's left-hand drive though. 6,000, I could get it for 5. But factory convertible Carmen. It's in bits, only I know how to put it together. Alright, here we are at the edge of Boban, which is near Durham. They got the Durham services, and here in England, services means like a rest stop, or they call it a lay-by, and that's where you can get some fuel and a little bit of a rest. You can only stay there, of course, a maximum of 2 hours. But down here is new estates. They're building a lot of new houses. This company's called Bellway. We don't know the price of these houses, but we're gonna go up to the new estate. Samantha's dog. Boy. A new estate. It's just in here, and we'll turn the corner. So there's the new houses there on the left. They're really boxes. Well, they're townhouses, and they're jammed in like the English style. So these ones, that's standalone. That's on its own. Oh no, they're joined up. That one there's a double. I don't know the prices of these ones, but down the other side of Coxhoe, that you can get a 2-bedroom for £105,000. These ones got a little garage there. You can park your car in there, but a lot of them don't have it. See over there, there's no garages there, and there's no access to your backyard via a car. See, this one's got a garage, and that one's got a garage, but the others don't have it. They just park the cars outside, and that's it. Right, and so we come up through in the Hugh Grange estate here, and it's Boxing Day, so this is what we do. We go for a little drive around just to get out of the house after all the pudding that we've eaten. All right, here we go. This is just the front of these little houses. Don't know how many square metres, but on the title it'll say townhouse. Some of them are terraced. This is semi-detached. That means 2 houses on the one dwelling. Of course, they don't get any garages whatsoever, right? And if you do, it is teeny weeny. It's a very tiny, just to put your car in. And if we have a look over here, this white car here, this Land Rover, it has a garage. Now, I don't know how he'd get out of the car when he drive in, because have a look at there. Have a look how tiny it is. And so we're coming down the end of the estate, and across the road is well, I don't know if they call it industrial estate, but this one's called Integra 61. And so here you got new houses, you got new factory buildings, and then over the road you got services, because the A1 is right here, and the A1 goes from London to Scotland to Edinburgh. I'll probably go further, but that is the main road, and that's the attraction. The motorway, you just hop on. It is only 1 mile from here, if that. Okay, so we've just come out from Costa and Greg's and the new estate of all the new houses. This is a roundabout at the end of it, and across here you can see Amazon. Of course, that's the building. Now, after these fences, there we have Amazon. It's such a large place, huge. And then we come down to the roundabout here. I don't know how many employees, they just stream in here, really a lot. Got the commercial industrial estate down here, Integra 61. We'll have a look. So down here we got this company called GMI. It's called GMI Construction, and of course he's got security there. He's got his hound dog. They're doing big buildings, and they've got pile drivers. Those pile drivers there, or they even drill into it. It's amazing how they can put up a big shed, and a lot of lots here for sale. It up. Okay. All right, just over the road from Amazon, we got Greg's, and this new Greg's is a drive-through, and that is a franchised one. And this one here is a Costa as well. It's the same sort of setup. Drive-through coffees over here, and they also, not only Costa and Greg's are in on the act on the coffee and snacks and all sorts. We've got Starbucks along the motorways, like there's the M1 and A1, which run parallel up north of England to go towards Newcastle and Scotland. So here we have it on the right is what they call services, and these are wayside stops with Shell, Costa. They even have a hotel motel, and they have McDonald's in there too. And so you can only stay there 2 hours, or then after 2 hours you get charged £100. So you have to be careful. And that's right on the edge of this big roundabout, and underneath the roundabout is the A1. Now let's see. I'm pretty sure left goes north to Durham, Newcastle, Edinburgh, and right goes to, of course, the other places. You got York, you got Leeds, you got Birmingham, and it goes right through to London. You only have to go on the one motorway, up and down, north and south, south and north. This is it. All right, here we are. We just arrived in Coxhoe it's written, but the locals call it Coxsa. So from that roundabout where the services are, Integra 61, Greg's, Amazon, Costa Coffee and all that, the big roundabout on the A1, well, you come 1 mile down here and there's a village called Coxhoe, and this is where we live. From memory, I think there's about 5,000, between 3 and 5,000. I can't remember how many people live here, but this is more of a village style place, and this is what we wanted. We originally thought we'd go live near Middlesbrough and those areas because the houses were cheap, but we found that the Middlesbrough houses that were really cheap wasn't a very desirable area. Then we moved to Coxhoe into a townhouse, and we found it much better. It suited our style, and of course we wanted a garage, and now we've got a garage, a workshop, a lawn and a glass house, a greenhouse the English call them. So we're quite happy with that.
Just a few dollars for my life, just a few dollars all the time. Just a few dollars for my bike, just a few dollars for my car. Just a few dollars for my wife, just a few dollars for my life. Just a few dollars, just a few dollars. Just a few dollars for my life, just a few dollars all the time. Dollars. A few dollars. Just a few dollars for my life, just a few dollars all the time. Just a few dollars for my bike, just a few dollars for my car. Just a few dollars for my wife, just a few dollars for my life. Just a few dollars, just a few dollars. Just a few dollars for my life, just a few dollars all the time. Dollars. A few dollars.